Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Going into last year, or this last season, college football finally went to the 12-team format. For the most part, it was entertaining. Maybe the first two rounds wasn't the best. You obviously saw from seed 6 and down were far abundantly better than the seeds 7 through 12. Well, I wouldn't say the seeds 7 through 12 because they were seeded awkwardly, because this is what this article is about, essentially. But we did see that the power, if they would have done it the right way and seeded them the right way, the best 6 teams in the college football playoff was far abundantly better than the 7 to 12 best teams in the college football playoff. Because we did know that the college football playoff committee seeded them based, the top 4 seeds went to the division winners. And then the 5th seed, I forgot really how they did it. So whoever with that 5th seed was that had the worst record ended up getting that 5 seed, but they didn't get the bye. I think that's how it went. So you had the top 4 seeds went to the best teams with the best record in each conference, from the SEC, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, and the Mountain West. Those were your 5 conferences. A lot of people didn't like that format because teams like the Ohio States, the Tennessees, who we knew had better records than what the teams who won their conference did. And teams like Miami and Alabama and all these teams ended up missing out on the playoff, who had better records than what some of the teams who got in did, and who we all thought were better overall teams than what the teams that got in. But it seems that the college committee has changed that. In an article that came out yesterday, the 12-team college football playoff will move to a straight seeding model this fall, rewarding the selection committee's top 4 teams with the top 4 seeds and a first-round bye. Sources told College Football Heather. So this does not essentially mean that they're seeding the top 12 teams by... They're not going to rate the teams by the 12 best teams with the 12 best record. That's what I'm getting from this. Maybe if we see some more information on it in the future, we're just going to have to wait and see. But essentially what this article was saying, that the top 4 teams are going to get a bye with the best record. Instead of, if you won your conference, you get the top 4 seeds. I'm 100% with it. Could you really sit here and imagine a team like Ohio State, who was literally 1 win apart from Oregon, got the 6th seed, and the Oregon got the 1 seed. That's drastically wild. Okay, there was no reason why a team like Ohio State should have been the 6th seed. If I'm not mistaken, the SEC team was the 5th seed. A lot of teams that were seeded 5 through 10, essentially, did not deserve to be where they were. They should have been seeded a whole lot higher, especially above Arizona State. Should have been seeded above Boise State. And whoever won the SMU, they won the ACC. Or didn't know, SMU didn't win the ACC. I can't remember who won the ACC. But anyways, you had the teams like the Notre Dame, and you got to think about this too. Notre Dame was punished because they weren't even in a conference, so they were ineligible from getting a bye. They were ineligible from getting seeds 1 through 4. But this is good for the college football committee. This is good for the college football playoff. We want the top 4 teams to get their bye, and it would structure the seedings effectively from teams like Oregon, who were the number 1 seed, from playing an absolute gauntlet in the 2nd round. Oregon got dealt the worst hand. Imagine getting a first round bye And then your very first game in the college football playoff, you're playing Ohio State, who was favored to win the Natty, one of the best teams in in college football. It keeps teams from getting dealt a bad hand. If, and that is if, they do what I think they are going to do and put base the seeds, the best 12 teams in the playoff, like you did when you done the 4 teams. Guess what? You put the best 4 in the playoff. That's what they need to do with the 12 seed playoff, 12 team playoff. Put the best 12 teams in there and see them based on their record, resume, however you did it in the past. Okay. I don't care if they win their division, a team like Boise State, Arizona State. I don't care. I want the best 12 teams in the playoff. Teams like Miami and Alabama needed to be in that playoff. It keeps you from having games like you did in the first round that was relatively lackluster. Does that keep from teams that are in the small conferences from being in the college football playoff? Yes, but it's been like that in the past. I understand getting into the college football playoff is a good thing for the program. It gives them chances for more advertisements and things of that nature. I totally get it. But guess what? We want the best 12 teams in the playoff as consumers. And that's what the priority should be. That should be the priority going forward. But we know the NCAA, they find a way to screw it up as always. And they're going to find a way to probably screw this up. But that is the news when it comes to the future of the college football playoff. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they should seed the teams based on the best 12 teams in the playoff? Or they should do what this article possibly says that they're doing with allowing the best 4 seeds to get the bye, and they're probably going to seed 5 through 12 based on resume and things of that nature instead of the best 12 teams in the playoff. I want to wait and see what they're going to do in more detail with it. I want to make sure that they are essentially going to seed the best 12 teams in the playoff. But it's going to have to wait and see. Now, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that in the comments.